Well, good morning, folks. Welcome to your morning inspiration video for today. It is day number 6. Cannot believe it. My name is Seth. My pronouns are he and they. I want to thank you so much for joining me inside of this morning inspiration video for today. So, if you feel like you are needing just a little bit of a boost, this morning, you need just a little bit of, motivation and everything to kind of get you set off on the right foot today, to kind of get you where you're going. I hope that this video serves to kind of aid and help you in that endeavor. All right. So, to begin with, okay, these are these morning inspiration videos. If you have not seen, these videos, any of my videos before, these videos include 4 things. They include a morning quote or lesson for the day. They include a song for the day. They include some affirmations to kind of also help us get started on the right foot. And we also have a journal prompt for the day. Okay, so let us get into it. And this is something that I think is also really important to point out, that all of these things that are included inside this video, the morning quote, the song, the affirmations, the journal prompt, again, these are all things that we can choose, to include inside of our practice or inside of kind of what is going to help us to get motivated for the day. If what you need this morning is a quote, wonderful. If what you need today is a song, to kind of get you moving, to kind of get you grooving, all of that, to kind of get you going, wonderful. If it's affirmations, if you need some recommendations for some affirmations that you can use for the day in order to help you get you started on the right foot, awesome. If you want to journal, and you find that journaling or writing helps you to get started. So again, all of these videos include all 4 of these things, inside of it, all 4 of these themes. But ultimately, when it comes to us, we can choose. We can kind of choose our own adventure, kind of choose what works and what doesn't work for us. Okay, and that's something I really want to kind of keep in mind on a daily basis, is that we have the power of choice. Okay, and that kind of definitely goes in line with the morning quote lesson for the day. And our morning quote for this morning comes from Maya Angelou, and it says, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." I think there's a little typo in there, but um, by Maya Angelou. Okay, I'm going to read it one more time. "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide to not be reduced by them." That's deep right there. And if anyone knows anything kind of about Maya Angelou's story and a lot of the trials and tribulations that she had been through in her life, this is something that I think is really important and really vital and beneficial for all of us to understand. We've been talking, the past few days inside of a lot of these videos, literally about the power of choice, about happiness, cultivating happiness and joy, which is a choice in our lives, choosing, what we can control in our lives. When we have those negative emotions or those negative thoughts, the power of choice is a powerful choice, pretty much. Okay. So what Maya Angelou is saying here is, again, we may not be in control of a lot of the things that happen to us, and the thing is, and we're not, you know, but we can decide how to approach them, how we let them overtake us, and how we let them control either our day, our week, our year, or our life. Right? And I think I had mentioned this yesterday. This also brings to mind the quote from Buddha, which is, "Pain is inevitable and suffering is optional." Again, so we can choose. It's amazing kind of how life is a bit of a choose your own adventure in a way. And when we kind of understand that, we're kind of, what we're doing is we're kind of taking back our power, in a sense. All right. So that is our morning quote lesson for the day. Let's move into our song for the day. This is actually probably one of my favorite songs. Don't judge. Okay. I love this song. Whoever the first time I heard it, I was like, okay, we're on to something here. I love it. Granted, I think also one of the first times I had heard the song, I was also in a let's just say not so great place in my life and in my recovery and in my wellness. Okay. So hearing this song could have been something that really helped me. It could have kind of been a little bit of a catalyst, for me to try and figure out kind of how to move forward. And the song is Brave by Sarah Bareilles. Okay. I don't know if you've heard this song. If you haven't, incredible, incredible song. But literally, everyone, this is a song about finding the courage to be true to oneself, especially when faced with difficult situations. This is a message of encouragement to each of us if we're struggling with our own insecurities, we're struggling with kind of finding our voice as well, and struggling with just, kind of how to move forward, at all. So this is a really, really powerful song. And as I said, if you haven't listened to this song, definitely listen to it. Part of the chorus, a part of the chorus in that video says, I want to see you be brave. And that right there is like, oh, okay. But I think, again, a lot of the theme of this song really goes back to kind of that power of choice. Finding the courage and making the decision to be true to ourselves, which is, again, not always the easiest thing to do, albeit, right? So, especially when we're faced with difficult situations and difficult emotions and difficult experiences that are kind of going on around us. And I can really, really relate to this. You know, especially kind of, when I think about kind of being true to myself inside of my own authenticity, inside of exactly who I am. I made the decision to, to start my transition. I made the decision to be open and honest about who I am and my identity, how I identify, you know. Um, so again, it took a while, It's one of those things. It's not like an overnight thing. It takes work, you know. So that's our morning song for the day. So we have our quote by Maya Angelou, and we have our song today by Brave by Sarah Bareilles. Now, if there are other songs that really empower you to make choices in your life, listen to those too. But also let me know. I'm always looking for like song recommendations, So let me know. Okay. So now we're gonna kind of move into some affirmations. Okay, I actually just started adding in the affirmations into these morning inspiration videos yesterday. So in our day 5 morning inspiration video. So if you'd like even more affirmations, you can look at day 5's video from yesterday as well. But so what I wanted to do is I wanted to, again, kind of, we've been talking a lot about the power of choice, the power of staying true to ourselves. What I wanted to do was offer you kind of 3 affirmations here, and then have you kind of, and then I kind of ask the question, what are some more affirmations that you can use today? All right. So these are some affirmations for us for today. Okay. I am in control of my choices, and I choose with clarity and certainty. I choose thoughts that make my life better and fill me with hope. And finally, I choose hope over giving up. We're going to read those one more time. Okay. I am in control of my choices, and I choose with clarity and certainty. I choose thoughts that make my life better and fill me with hope. And I choose hope over giving up. Just kind of taking a little bit of a deep breath there, So those are some recommendations, for some affirmations that can help you for today. And along with that, I will also ask you, what are some more affirmations that you can choose today? Or maybe, you have your own affirmations practice, you know? What kind of affirmations did you choose today? You know? So the question here is also, what do you choose as well? All right. So we've gone over our morning quote for the day by Maya Angelou, or Maya Angelou. Okay. If you've seen the movie, oh god, I cannot remember the name of the movie. It has Queen Latifah in it. I don't know, but a character refers to her as Maya Angelou instead of Maya Angelou. Okay, so I cannot remember the name of that movie for the life of me at the moment. But so sorry, I got us a little off track. But so we've had our morning quote by Maya Angelou. Okay, we've had our kind of song recommendation. We've kind of gone through some affirmations as well. Now we're going to go into our journal prompt for the day. And as I said, we've been talking about the power of choice. We've been talking about being true to ourselves. So your journal prompt for today is, what can I choose to do today that will benefit my overall wellness? I think it's important for all of us to kind of find, especially if we know that we're going to have a busy day full of work and full of just a lot of things that we may not want to do, or that we may find that we're obligated to do them. It's important to try and find those little pockets of the day where we can say, I choose to, I choose to listen to music. I choose to take a nap. I choose to take a break, you know, and this is something that's really, really important and beneficial for all of us. Again, that power of choice. So what can I choose to do today that will benefit my overall wellness? Okay. So that's our journal prompt for the day. Okay. If there's anything that any of you would like to share, with me, if you have comments, you have questions, you have uh like topics that you like me to kind of talk about and everything, please let me know. Okay. So a big thing, as I said, that we've been really talking about today is the power of choice. Okay. And it's something that is really, really powerful, I think, for all of us. So speaking also of the power of choice, I want to draw your attention down to the little ticker on the bottom. It says, don't quit before the miracle happens. Find ways to keep moving forward. Make the decision today to keep going, keep thriving, keep moving forward. If you find that it's difficult, if you're finding that, it's like you say, today is just not my day, start cultivating gratitude. Think about what you have in your life right now today that you can be grateful for. Because I can tell you right now, there are at least 3 things that we can be grateful for every single day. So when we start to choose to cultivate gratitude and the power of choice, when we take back control over our lives, it makes all the difference in the world. So don't quit before the miracle happens. Keep going. Keep moving forward. Know that you have support. Seek out safety. Seek out those safe people. Seek out those safe places. All right. So I will leave you now. Make it a fantastic, fantastic day so far. I hope it's fantastic, and I want you to make it fantastic. Choose to make this day fantastic. Okay? Stay positive. Stay motivated. Stay focused on your big, enormous, and huge dreams and goals. All right? I will see you in the morning inspiration video for tomorrow. Namaste. Thank you so, so much. Have a wonderful day. I love you so much.